Is there any chance to date with them?
I don't think so.
Maybe it's hard. I think for me it was about kids.
I'm a little pessimistic actually.
The whole world's kind of
going downhill right now. The beach waves were just really soft and really quiet. Definitely a memory that I will never forget in Japan. Yaki pasta. This is my bag.
You are protected.
Yeah, I'm very protected.
Thank you for cooperation today.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you so
you.
much. So my name is Beniamino Giovanni Petrini.
My full name is a little bit longer, so my name, you can call me Keiros.
Where are you from?
I'm from a place called Seattle, Washington.
I'm from Brazil.
Do you live here or are you a tourist?
We live in Japan, not as tourists, but we kind of work as volunteers.
What kind of volunteer?
We work as church volunteers for this church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
What exactly do you do as a volunteer in Japan?
As volunteers, we teach people free English classes, or we help them with anything they need, for example, gardening, or this kind of stuff.
We came to Japan as these volunteers to kind of help and serve people, because that's something that we love to do.
How long have you been in Japan?
It's been a year and 10 months or something like that. Yeah, around a year and 10 months I've been in Japan.
1 year and 10 months, I think.
Did you learn Japanese before coming to Japan?
So I learned Japanese just a little bit, 1 year in high school. But then when I became this volunteer or decided to do this volunteer work, we kind of have a training center where for around 9 weeks you learn Japanese. So maybe a year before coming to Japan, I was learning Japanese, but then when I came to Japan, I learned about 98% of my Japanese here.
Yeah, I never learned Japanese before. It's a really weird thing because I really like anime and Japanese culture, but I never had interest, I think, in learning the Japanese language. So I started when I came to Japan, when I started my volunteer work.
Have you experienced any culture shock in Japan?
Ooh, culture shock. Oh, okay. So I think one of the biggest culture shocks for me was definitely realizing there's no trash cans in public. Because I think, what was it? My first food I had in Japan, I bought something from 7-Eleven and then I'm where's the trash can? And someone said, you have to take it home. I'm what? So I was just kind of shocked about that, because in America, even in public places, you have at least a trash can at a park or something like that. So not having a trash can was a big culture shock for me.
I think for me it was about kids, because they are very independent here in Japan. For example, they take trains by themselves, or they can just walk alone in streets. And I was whoa, kids who could never do this in Brazil. They always need to be with parents or some responsible person. But here they just do things by themselves. And yeah, I was very shocked when I first saw.
Where did you visit in Japan and are you planning to go?
I've kind of been to a lot of places around Japan. I've been to Sagamihara, Yokohama, Shinjuku, Kawasaki, and then now I'm here in Tachikawa. And so I've been to a lot of different places. My favorite places I've gone to has definitely been Kamakura, just has a lot of that traditional Japanese style to it. And then a place I really want to go in Japan, I think, is Kyoto, or more of Yamanashi-ken, because I like hiking, and I heard that places like Nagano have really good places to go hiking.
I've lived in Saitama, Okegawa, and Kawagoe, Atsugi, Kawasaki, Kofu in Yamanashi, and then now here in Kunitachi. And I've lived a little bit in Odawara, and I think the most beautiful place I've been was in Hakone, kind of close to Odawara. It have beautiful views, landscapes. One place I want to go is maybe Aomori, Tohoku. What is it?
Iwate?
Iwate.
Why you want to go to Tohoku?
I like snow. I first saw snow when I came to Japan. It was my first time seeing snow, and I was very impressed. And I heard that Aomori snow is very fluffy, fuwa-fuwa. So I really want to go to that north place to see this kind of snow.
You didn't see snow in Brazil?
There's no snow where I'm from.
You are learning Japanese, but in Tohoku, maybe you don't understand their Japanese.
Yeah, I need to study more the Tohoku Ben.
Tohoku, yeah.
Yeah.
Please tell us your good memories in Japan.
Some good memories I have in Japan, I think was maybe last year in September. As like a volunteer, we kind of like talk to people like on the street about like our church and like the things that we do. And so for one of those activities, me and another volunteer, we kind of walked from Kamakura Station all the way to Enoshima. And it was just really fun because it was really sunny outside. The beach waves were just like really soft and really quiet. And it was just like a really relaxing time. And I also like working out and like running and jogging and stuff like that. So being able to just like walk from Kamakura Station all the way to Enoshima was definitely a memory that I will never forget in Japan.
When I was living in Atsugi, I went to a place called Hiratsuka Beach, and then I really like to play volleyball. And in Hiratsuka Beach, I had the chance to play with like high school students, like Japanese high school students, volleyball like all together. It was really fun. It was like my first time playing with other like Japanese people that also play volleyball. And it was really, really fun.
Oh,
How about negative memories?
ooh, negative memories.
Problem you faced in Japan?
Maybe one negative memory I had, it's not like one memory, but it's like a lot of them, is like when we have to like go to Hiro sometimes, like in Azabu, just because like we have like meetings in Hiro sometimes. And they usually start like early in the morning, like right around like 8 or like 9 o'clock. And so because of that, we sometimes have to get on the trains like very early in the morning. When you get on the trains early in the morning, especially going like towards like inner Tokyo, there's a lot of people that are getting on the trains, and it's just like really hard to like breathe and like where do I go? Like just being inside packed trains is not something I'm going to miss. And then on top of that, I think the Japanese summer, I've been in some pretty hot places. Like I've been in California and Texas and places like that, and Florida. And those are really hot places, but I think Japanese summer was especially hot. We have to kind of like as missionaries, like go outside a lot and like talk to a lot of people. And just being outside all day, you just kind of like sweat. You're kind of like a popsicle, you start to melt. And so, I don't know, like I'm not going to miss the Japanese summer.
I was trying to think, but I cannot think about anything. I think I would just say the same thing of Petrinichoro is the summer here is like really terrible. Like where I'm from is very hot, like 33 degrees, but it's like all the year the same temperature. But in Japan, like the summer is like, the temperature goes high, it's like 40 degrees. And also the winter is very, very cold, very hot and very cold. Like the seasons are something like new to me and something I struggle a little bit with.
Is there any Japanese person who is famous in your country?
Well, I think a lot of people like know who he is, but Otani Shohei? Otani Shohei. He's like batting for the Los Angeles Dodgers right now. I don't really know a lot about him, but I know he's very famous in Japan and in America just because he's one of like the best baseball players like ever is what everyone's saying. I'll probably have to like watch more of Otani Shohei when I get back, but I definitely have heard from a lot of people that he's like really good.
I remember there's a YouTube channel for like learning Japanese. It's called 123 Japanese. It's a person called Tai Sensei and Takashi Sensei. They just like basically teach Japanese in Portuguese, or like expressions or some curiosities about Japan in Portuguese. I don't know if they are very famous, but I really like their videos.
Before coming to Japan, were you interested in Japan?
Oh yeah, I was so interested in Japan. I remember when I was a senior in high school, like a sandensei, like just about to like graduate high school, my mom promised that we would go on a trip to Japan. But when the time came for my graduation, it turns out that we didn't have like enough money to go to Japan. And so she said like, unfortunately, we cannot go. That was kind of like disappointing for me because like I really wanted to come to Japan. I've like watched anime. I've also like studied a little bit of Japanese in high school. I know a little bit of Japanese from like anime, like not a ton, but like I know a little. And then also I studied a little bit, so I was like really interested in Japan, and I really, really wanted to come to Japan.
You said you lived in Japan before.
Oh yeah. I think from was like 2009 to 2012, I used to live in Okinawa. My dad was part of the Navy, the United States Navy, and so he brought my family from California to Okinawa, and then we lived there for 3 years. after those 3 years, I went back to America, I went back to California. And then as I was growing up, I was like, man, I loved living in Japan. Like, it was a really fun experience. And so ever since then, I've always wanted to come back to Japan. I've been away from Japan for so long, I was like, I really would like to come back.
Me too, I always loved Japan. Around like 8 or 10 years old, I started watching anime, and I watched a bunch of anime. And I really like Japanese gastronomy. Like, I tried sometimes to make home, but it didn't went well.
Like, what'd you try to make?
One time I tried to make yakisoba, but we do have, but it's hard to find like the soba. I tried to make with pasta, but it was not good.
Yaki pasta.
I studied a little bit of like Japanese history before, Yayoi Jidai or like Edo Jidai. I want to study more when I go back to Brazil because I forgot a lot of like stuff. So I want to learn more about like Japanese culture when I go back. But yeah, I love Japan. It's like one of my favorite places.
What anime did you watch?
A lot of animes. I think my first animes were like Pokemon, Naruto. I think the most recently I watched Spy Family.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or Blue Lock, about soccer. Yeah.
Oh, I still haven't seen that one. Dang.
Is Japanese anime popular in your country?
Very
Yeah.
popular, yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's gotten very popular in America. There's a lot of people who like Dragon Ball, Naruto, and especially Demon Slayer. A lot of those Shonen Jump animes are definitely very popular in America. One of my favorite animes is, I think, what was it? Well, I can't say it's my favorite anime now because I can't remember it really well, but I really like quintessential quintuplets. In Japanese, it's Gotobu no Hanayome. One more I really liked was Kimetsu no Yaiba. Kimetsu no Yaiba is pretty good.
I think my favorite is Kaguya-sama. You know, Kaguya-sama wa kokurasetai. And because I like volleyball, I really like Haikyuu. It's on my phone.
You got Hinata on your phone always.
Yeah.
Except for Japan, which country have you been to?
So the only other country I've been to is Canada. I went there for like a skiing trip. There's a place called Whistler in like northern Canada that's like north of Seattle. Because my family likes skiing and snowboarding, we decided to take a trip to Canada. I don't know, I think it was like a week or something like that. And it was really fun. I've been to Canada like twice, and I definitely think I want to go back, but maybe when it's not winter, because it is very cold in Canada, like much colder than Seattle. So I have to go like sometime in the summer or like in the fall, because I heard the fall leaves in Canada are really beautiful, kind of like Japan.
Pretty much just Brazil and Japan, but I don't know if it counts, but when I was like coming to Japan, I stayed in German, like Frankfurt, but just inside the airport.
What do you think the best thing about Japan out of those countries?
I think the best thing about Japan, I mean, there's a lot of things I love about Japan, like Daiso and like konbinis, and like everything's just really convenient. But I think one of the things that I liked most about Japan is the open parks. I really like going to parks. I really like going outside. I'm like a very outdoors person. And so having a very outdoors park, or like a very large space where you can just be able to kind of like talk and like hang out with friends, is something that I really like in Japan. In America, they have like big open parks, but they're very spread out and they're not like Japanese parks. Japanese parks, I think, are very like well kept up and they're very beautiful. Going and looking at Japanese parks are just very beautiful.
Like this one.
Yeah, like this one, Showa Kinen Koen.
I definitely need to say the safety, and then it's a clean place, like everywhere is clean.
Yeah.
And the thing I most like is the like organization. People here are very like organized. For example, when you have the stairs and you always go to like your left side, and like nobody goes to the right side, it's on the left side. They are very like polite and organized. They like follow the rules, and I think this is an awesome thing.
What country do you think is your country's biggest rival?
For America, I think it would definitely have to be like China. I think everyone knows that America and China are not getting along right now. Which is not to say that like Americans and Chinese don't get along, but I think just like the countries themselves are not getting along right now. So they'd probably be the biggest rival would have to be China, I think. They economically compete a lot because like America does a lot of business with China, and then vice versa?
I need to say Argentina because of soccer, because Argentina is very good at soccer too. Like every time there is like in the World Cup, like soccer World Cup, Argentina versus Brazil, it's always like a very, I'd say like classic game. But there is also Portugal, because like Portugal colonized Brazil. Some Brazilian people usually like don't like Portugal too much. Historical stuff.
Is there any behavior or comment that Japanese people tend to do that can be offensive or annoying in your country?
I don't think it's like offensive, but if someone says like, oh, are you like okay? Like, do you need help? There's always someone who says like, oh yes, I need help, or like, I would like your help or something like that. In Japan, it's like very like, no, I'm fine. Like, I don't need your help. Like, I'm fine like the way I am. People in America like want to help. They want to feel like they're doing something good. And so when they're kind of like said like, no, I don't need your help, like that can kind of feel like, oh, like I'm not needed, or like my help is not needed. Like there was no point in me like asking for help.
Feeling rejected?
Yeah, feeling rejected.
I think in Brazil, it's not offensive, but a bad manner. It's like when you're eating, like making sounds, like noises. Like in Japan, it shows like the food is good, right? That you are like grateful for the food. But like in Brazil, you need to be as quiet as you can, like when you're eating, like chewing like this. Or when you're eating like pasta, you like try to don't make noises because people can look at you like weird.
You guys are from different countries. Did you have any culture shock between you guys?
You know what's really weird is like, I'm not like the average American, and I don't think you're like the average Brazilian.
No.
So like, we get along really well. But I think one thing that I noticed, like, okay, this is like past Brazilian like friends I've had in the past though, but I've generally noticed they're like a little bit more messy.
Oh.
So there's like a lot of times where I'll have to kind of like clean up or like organize things, because I like keeping things organized. So like seeing something that is like in a mess is kind of like, it was just like a little bit of a culture shock, so to say.
Is this the first time to coming to Japan?
My first time, yes.
Do you think you wanna buy some souvenir for your family or friends?
Yes. Actually, I want to, but I'm not sure what to buy. I've bought some stuff for like friends or family. Shirts, omamori.
Between you have many omamori.
Oh yeah. This is my bag, and I put a lot of omamoris on my bag. So I know this one is supposed to be like a good luck charm. This one, I don't know what this one means. I don't know what this one means. I know this one is like ward off evil, not like evil spirits, but like misfortune. And then this one's like good luck. And I think this one over here is like avoiding natural disasters.
You are protective.
Yeah, I'm very protected. So if Japan was a dangerous country, I would still be very safe.
You are not worried about earthquake.
No, I'm gonna be very safe from now on.
This question might be too personal, but what do you think about Japanese women?
Ooh.
Is there any chance to date with them?
For me personally, I don't think so. To me personally, I like communication. I like being able to like have a good conversation with people. And so having communication as like the number one thing I think is really important to me, especially when it comes to like someone who speaks a different language as you. There are gonna be times like where you don't understand what people are saying. If you know a language really well, like you can be able to talk and have like a good conversation. But when it comes to like dating and marriage, there's a lot of like more deep stuff that you need to talk about, a lot more of a deeper relationship. I don't think my Japanese is ever gonna get to like that level. I want it to be, but I think it'd be like really hard to communicate. And so I feel love when I'm able to like communicate with people, and people like love me and they kind of like hold my hand and stuff like that. And so when that is kind of like not a very common thing in Japan, it's kind of like hard for me to kind of see from a personality wise, like dating people in Japan. I think they're very beautiful.
I think pretty much same, like the language barrier. It's not that I would not date or like marry a Japanese girl, but I need to like know the person well, and then I can like decide. Since I don't know if I like coming to Japan again or something like this, maybe it's hard, like no.
One of the differences of like general personalities, or like differences of character between like maybe Americans and Japanese, is that Japanese like are very considerate of like everybody, which is sometimes a very good thing, but then sometimes like they're very busy. It's sometimes like hard to feel loved by Japanese people because sometimes it feels like culturally like they're being nice to you because like that's what's expected of them. But then Americans are very like emotive, like they show emotion a lot. They have like big wide smiles, like you can very easily tell like when an American likes you. And it's like really easy to feel loved. And so a lot of people have like more deeper relationships. I don't know, for Japanese it feels a little bit more like business-like. Like if you don't follow the culture exactly how it is, then it's kind of hard to like create that real relationship. There's pros and cons on both sides because sometimes Americans can be sometimes a little pig-headed, a little obstinate, and so it's kind of hard for them to like be mindful of other people because they kind of like are more thinking about themselves. But that's not all Americans, and that's not all the time. Most of them are very loving and kind and caring and really want to show other people that like they love and support them.
I think they are like opposites. Japanese people are very like reserved and quiet and like majime, serious. But Brazilian people are like loud. They like hug each other, talk with each other in the street, even if they don't know. I'm not this kind of Brazilian, normal Brazilian.
But I'm not the normal American.
Majority of Brazilians are this way. And the majority of course, like not all, like every Japanese is like serious and like quiet. But I think like the majority is like this. So yeah, I would say like Brazil and Japan are like opposites.
The Brazil is the other side of the earth.
Yes.
So the character is
Yes.
opposite.
Everything is like the opposite. Because we drive in the opposite side, like we walk in the opposite side. When it's day here, it's night there, so.
How old are you?
Oh, I'm 21 years old.
I'm 20.
What do you think about your country's future? Are you optimistic or pessimistic?
I'm a little pessimistic actually. I don't know, a lot of people in America are being influenced by, I don't know, people who are not really like good influences. That's not to say like all the people in America are like that, but I think the general direction of where America is going right now is not in a positive direction. I'm optimistic that I can have still a good future in America, but then in terms of like the country itself, it's kind of going downhill a little bit. I'm gonna try to do my best to kind of like make America better. I'm not being like a politician or anything, but I want to do my best to like make my country the best it can be.
You said there are people who has bad influence. Can you name somebody?
This is just my opinion, but I think especially with like the LGBTQ like influences, they're okay to like believe whatever they think. Like I don't care about that, but they're making other people like believe or support what their agenda or something like that. It's not that I hate those people. Like I have a lot of friends who are like LGBTQ and stuff like that. I love them with all my heart. It's just like there's stuff that I believe, I don't want to be forced to like believe something else. A lot of people are being like forced to like, or it kind of feels like they're being forced to believe that way. From my opinion, it doesn't look like it's improving a lot of people's lives. It's kind of making them a little bit more confused and something like that.
I think I'm pessimistic too.
Really?
I think it's hard to explain, but basically politics stuff.
That too, yeah.
Not only politics, also like the people, they don't like to follow that life course. For example, study and work and have a family. They want to like find another way, like easy ways. For example, like stealing, illegal sources of like growing life. And this is like, I think, growing Brazil right now to a point that I don't think it can become better someday. Maybe it can, but I don't know. I'm pessimistic, yeah.
I'm pessimistic too. So we all pessimistic.
Yeah, I think the whole world's kind of going to
it's
not
kind
good
of,
ways.
It's kind of going downhill right now.
Justy, I want to ask you, what is the favorite Japanese word?
Ooh, a favorite Japanese word. Shimensoka. Because it kind of like reflects how the world is right now. It's kind of like hard to trust people. It's just kind of like a poetic word. I'm like, oh, that's like a really cool word.
I like the kanji megumi. I like the meaning, like grace. I like this word. But it's also like, megumi can also be read like K, right? and it's like K of Kairos.
Thank you for today.
Yeah,
Thank you
so
very
much.
much.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.